Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Middletown, Connecticut Community Connection. And my name is JC Dawkins, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 AllPoints Realty. And on this video, what I do is I interview local business people and post those interviews onto a local community website that I sponsor. And it helps local people to, to actually be able to showcase their businesses. And I feature a different business every week. Please check out our interviews on middletownctcommunity.com. All right, I really appreciate that. And today I'm excited because I'll be interviewing Tammy Heeber of Appraisal Source LLC. Thanks for joining me, Tammy.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. So what I'll do is I'll ask you a few questions, Tammy, and you can go ahead and go take, as I said before,
Take
take
it
the mic.
away.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
appreciate it. Now, please, let's start by you, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, I am a certified residential real estate appraiser, and I have been one for a little over 30 years. I work mainly in Hartford County. I appraise homes for lender purposes, for purchases, for refinance, but I also appraise for things like probate, divorce situations, bankruptcy, legal matters, and that kind of thing. It's either sometimes it's a lender that hires me, sometimes it's an attorney, or other times it could be a homeowner just wanting to know what their value is, or it could be a real estate agent who is just having a little bit of trouble pricing the property. It may be an unusual property to price. So, yeah, I work with all of those.
But of course, you do work in Middletown and Middlesex County, of
I
course.
do. I
Oh,
do. I
okay.
do. Northern Middlesex County. I absolutely do. Um, Middletown, all that whole area there. I always kind of consider that Hartford, even though it's Middlesex. But yeah, I cover that
Mhm.
in that area frequently.
Hmm. So tell us a little bit about what is an appraisal? Let take it down fundamentally for me. What is that?
So, a real estate appraisal is the appraiser's estimate of market value. And the appraiser does this by comparing the subject property to other similar properties that have sold. So, similar in size, style, age, condition, location, that kind of thing. And the appraiser adjusts for those attributes which are dissimilar. Perhaps the subject is better in condition than one of the comparables. So the appraiser will adjust for those things. And after all of the adjustments are made, the appraiser, looks at all the comparables that they use and they come to an estimate of value based on a weighted average or however they want to weight the comparable sales.
Hmm. Okay, now as a realtor, I have found myself crossing my fingers, okay, that a property is going to appraise at the price that we've already done all the negotiation for.
Sure.
How do I avoid, as a realtor, how do I avoid some of those surprises from coming my way? What
Well,
can
I
I do to
think
help you?
I think looking at the comparable sales in them in a manner that an appraiser would. So, what makes a good comparable sale? In theory, it should be substitutable for the subject. It should be the same style or the same location, whether it be good or bad. Maybe it's on a heavily traveled road with a lot of traffic, or maybe it has a beautiful view, or some other beneficial location. I think finding good comparable sales is really the key to avoiding any surprises that may come up.
Okay, so two questions just came up now. What can I provide you? Can I provide you with comps to help assist you?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very helpful when the agent provides the appraiser the comparables that they used in their CMA to price the subject property. It gives the appraiser some idea of how the agent was thinking. We may not be able to use those sales. There may be others that by Fannie Mae guidelines or the lender's guidelines that we have to use. We can't use the ones given us, but it
Mhm.
still gives us a bit of an edge in knowing what you priced the property at and why the sales you used.
Okay, and the other
Very
question,
helpful.
because I think you brought up a term, comparable sale. What do you
Yeah,
mean by that?
those are other sales that have sold that are similar to the subject, and that's what the appraiser bases the appraisal on is comparable sales. So when we do
Is
our
there a
estimated
time
market,
frame? I guess there.
yes, the more recent the better.
Mhm.
Uh, And that's because it depends on market conditions, right? So the more recent the sale, the more reflective it is of the current market. Say you have a fast moving market that's really hot, and days on market are very low, and there's multiple offers. You want to use comparable sales that sold in that recent time frame because they will reflect those conditions. Same as the
Mhm.
opposite too, is if it were a declining market, you would want to use most recent comparable sales because they would also reflect what's going on in the current market.
Mhm. Okay. So, what are the key issues? Because I know a lot of my clients, they are going for the FHAs,
Mm-hmm.
FHA program
Yep.
financing. And
Yes.
what are the key issues that you found with FHA rules on a
I'm
typical
an
home?
FHA appraiser, and some of the
Okay.
issues are uh, prior to the house being built in 1978 might be peeling paint on the house, the windowsills, inside, outside, and most people don't realize, but that also includes any outbuildings, doghouse, chicken coop, fence, whatever the case may be. There can be no peeling paint because pre 1978 the paint was lead based. Those paint chips, that the paint has to be scraped, the chips have to be removed from the property, and it has to be repainted.
Mhm.
Also, safety issues, things like handrails, maybe a deck that's, over 30, 32 inches that has a sheer drop off with no railing, that may need a railing installed and balusters. Finished basement areas, where there's a big open side, where it would be easy for a child to kind of fall off and onto the ground. The appraiser would probably call for handrails and balusters there as well.
Hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to put on my other hat, which is just as a homeowner. Okay, sometimes you get these tax bills from the town that are
Mm,
not very favorable. You
right,
get this increase, and I'm like, wait a minute. Now, I
right.
don't think you're being fair here. How
Yes.
how can you help homeowners out with that?
Yeah, I do a lot of tax appeal work, and I always approach it in two ways. We do the appraisal as of the reval date, whatever the town revaled the property. So the appraisal
Mhm.
is as of that date. But I also like to take another approach, and that would be finding homes that are similar and researching what their assessment is, so that I can see if the subject was assessed $50,000 more than the identical house on the street, same condition, et cetera, et cetera. That's the second way that I can prove that the assessment is too high.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a two pronged approach. I do a lot of tax appeal work.
Okay.
Yeah,
And is there any other information that you want to share with viewers?
just that, if you're going to refinance your home, or you need an appraisal for any other purpose, like maybe just market value, just be prepared for the appraiser to come in, observe, because that's our job, is just to observe. Note down any improvements done. That's always very helpful to provide the appraiser. We renovated the kitchen in 2010. We put in new granite countertops. We put in new cabinets. In 2011, we installed a new furnace. In 2015, we added new gutters and siding. So a list that the appraiser can take with them, put in their work file, and include into the report. Very, very helpful because it helps the appraiser truly understand the condition of the house.
Oh, that's so helpful. Thank you so much. I think our viewers would really appreciate all the tips you've shared with us today.
Yeah, my
And
pleasure.
one other thing,
Sure.
would you just tell our viewers how do they get in contact with you?
Sure. Any number of ways. You can call me at 860-543-4213, or you can email me at Tammy, that's Tammmy, at ctappraiser, appraiser.com.
Awesome. Okay. So thanks again, all right,
My
to
pleasure.
Tammy for joining us. I really do appreciate it, Tammy.
Yeah, my
And to
pleasure.
our viewers, thank you so much for viewing. Those of you who want to view this and share it with as many people as you know that might be, able to benefit from this would be really great. And also, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please do give me a call. I'm here if you need any help, even just for consultation. I'm available, so please do reach out to me. And as always, see you on the next episode of our program, and hasta luego.